If you're over 65 and you're eating yogurt every single day because you think it's healthy, I need you to hear this. Some yogurts on your grocery store shelf are quietly raising your blood sugar, inflaming your gut, weakening your bones, and even sabotaging your heart health. And the scary part, they're marketed as healthy, light, low fat, and even heart-friendly. But here's the truth. Not all yogurt is created equal. In fact, for adults over 65, the wrong yogurt can do more harm than good. And today, I'm going to show you the 4 worst yogurts you should never eat again. And the 4 powerful yogurts you should be eating daily to strengthen your bones, support your digestion, protect your muscles, and even sharpen your brain. Now, if you're over 65, your body is different than it was at 35. Your metabolism is slower. Your muscle mass naturally declines. Your bones become more fragile. Your gut microbiome changes. Your blood sugar becomes more sensitive. So the foods that worked for you 20 years ago may not be working for you now. Yogurt can either be one of the most healing foods in your kitchen or one of the most misleading. Let's start with the first worst yogurt you should never eat after 65. Flavored fruit on the bottom yogurt. You know the ones I'm talking about. Bright labels, pictures of strawberries, blueberries, peaches. They look innocent. But when you flip that cup over and read the label, you'll often find 18, 22, even 28 grams of sugar in a single serving. That's more sugar than many desserts. And here's the problem. At 65 and beyond, your body doesn't handle sugar the same way. Excess sugar spikes insulin, increases inflammation, and contributes to fat storage around the belly. It also feeds harmful gut bacteria instead of beneficial ones. And if you're dealing with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, that sweet little yogurt cup could be quietly working against you. And it's not just the sugar. Many of these fruit yogurts contain artificial flavors, thickeners like modified food starch, and sometimes artificial colors. These additives may irritate the gut lining in sensitive individuals. So even though it says made with real fruit, most of that fruit layer is more syrup than fruit. After 65, your goal is stability, stable blood sugar, stable energy, stable digestion. These sugar-loaded yogurts do the opposite. The second worst yogurt is fat-free yogurt. Now, I know for years we were told fat is the enemy. We were told to eat low-fat and fat-free for heart health. But modern research has shifted that conversation. When manufacturers remove fat from yogurt, they usually replace it with sugar or artificial thickeners to make it taste better. Fat is what makes yogurt satisfying. It slows digestion, keeps you full, and helps stabilize blood sugar. When you remove it, you create a product that digests quickly and can cause spikes and crashes in energy. For adults over 65, healthy fats are crucial. They help absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. Vitamin D and K are especially important for bone health. So when you consistently choose fat-free yogurt, you're missing out on nutrients that support your aging bones. And ironically, some studies suggest that full-fat dairy may actually be associated with better weight stability and metabolic health in older adults compared to fat-free versions. The third worst yogurt is artificially sweetened diet yogurt. These are often marketed as zero sugar or no added sugar. But when you look closely, you'll see ingredients like aspartame, sucralose, or acesulfame potassium. Now, here's the issue. Artificial sweeteners may not raise blood sugar directly, but they can disrupt your gut microbiome. And after 65, your gut health becomes even more important because it affects your immune system, your mood, and even your cognitive function. There's growing evidence that certain artificial sweeteners may alter the balance of beneficial bacteria in the gut. And if your gut microbiome is compromised, it can contribute to inflammation, digestive discomfort, and even metabolic issues. So while a zero sugar yogurt sounds like a smart choice, it may be quietly interfering with your digestive health. The fourth worst yogurt is highly processed yogurt drinks with added sugars and fillers. These are often sold as probiotic shots or smoothie-style drinks. Some are fine, but many contain added syrups, stabilizers, and very little actual protein. For someone over 65, protein becomes essential. You need it to maintain muscle mass. Sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle, accelerates after 60. If your yogurt contains only 4 or 5 grams of protein but 20 grams of sugar, that's not a good trade-off. Now let's shift gears, because yogurt, when chosen wisely, can be one of the most powerful foods for healthy aging. The first yogurt you must consider eating daily is plain Greek yogurt with live active cultures. Greek yogurt is strained, which means it has less lactose and more protein. A single serving can contain 15 to 20 grams of protein. That's huge for preserving muscle mass after 65. Protein helps you stay strong, maintain balance, and reduce the risk of falls. It also keeps you feeling full longer, which helps regulate appetite. And because it's plain, you control the sweetness. You can add a handful of fresh berries, a sprinkle of cinnamon, or a few chopped nuts. That way you get fiber and antioxidants without the blood sugar spike. Greek yogurt also contains probiotics that support gut health. A healthier gut can improve digestion, nutrient absorption, and immune resilience. The second yogurt you should consider is full-fat, plain yogurt from grass-fed sources if available. Full-fat yogurt contains natural fats that help you absorb key nutrients. After 65, maintaining bone density becomes a priority. Calcium alone is not enough. You need vitamin D, magnesium, and vitamin K working together. The fats in whole milk yogurt help your body utilize these nutrients effectively. Full-fat yogurt is also more satisfying. That means you're less likely to snack on processed foods later. For older adults who struggle with unintended weight loss, full-fat yogurt can also provide gentle calorie support without processed junk. The third powerful option is kefir, especially plain, unsweetened kefir. Kefir is a fermented dairy drink that contains a wider variety of probiotic strains than most yogurts. It's been traditionally consumed in Eastern Europe for centuries. The fermentation process makes it easier to digest, even for some people who are mildly lactose intolerant. Kefir supports gut diversity, and gut diversity is linked to stronger immunity and reduced inflammation. As we age, immune function declines. Supporting your microbiome is one of the smartest long-term strategies for resilience. Kefir also contains protein, calcium, and bioactive compounds that may support cardiovascular health. The fourth yogurt you should consider daily is high-protein Icelandic-style yogurt, often called Skyr. Skyr is thick, creamy, and naturally high in protein, while remaining relatively low in sugar when plain. It can contain even more protein than Greek yogurt. For someone over 65, hitting adequate protein intake is critical. Many older adults undereat protein, which accelerates muscle loss and weakness. When you include a high-protein yogurt daily, you're giving your muscles the building blocks they need. Stronger muscles mean better mobility, better balance, and more independence. And independence is everything as we age. Now let's talk about something important. It's not just about what yogurt you eat, it's how you eat it. Pairing yogurt with fiber-rich foods like chia seeds, flax seeds, or berries slows sugar absorption and feeds beneficial gut bacteria. Adding a small handful of walnuts provides omega-3 fats that support brain health. Cinnamon may help with blood sugar balance. These small additions turn a simple yogurt bowl into a therapeutic meal. And if you're someone who says, I don't tolerate dairy well, you might still tolerate fermented dairy like Greek yogurt or kefir because much of the lactose is broken down during fermentation. But if dairy truly doesn't work for you, then look for unsweetened coconut or almond-based yogurts with added protein and live cultures, but be careful. Many plant-based yogurts are low in protein and high in additives. Always check the label. After 65, reading labels becomes an act of self-care. Look for short ingredient lists. Look for live and active cultures. Look for at least 12 to 15 grams of protein per serving. Look for 0 added sugars. These simple habits protect your heart, your bones, your brain, and your metabolism. Here's something else many people don't realize. Your protein needs actually increase as you age, not decrease, yet appetite often declines. That's why nutrient-dense foods like high-quality yogurt are so valuable. They provide protein, calcium, probiotics, and healthy fats in a convenient, easy-to-eat form. And let me say this clearly. If you're over 65 and struggling with muscle weakness, fatigue, frequent colds, digestive discomfort, or blood sugar swings, your daily yogurt choice could be playing a bigger role than you think. Small daily decisions compound over time. I want you to imagine something. Two people, both 70 years old. One eats sugary, low-fat yogurt every morning with 25 grams of sugar. The other eats plain Greek yogurt with berries and nuts. Fast forward 5 years. The second person has stronger muscles, more stable energy, better gut health, and likely better metabolic markers. The difference wasn't dramatic in one day. It was consistent over time. So next time you're standing in the dairy aisle, don't be fooled by marketing. Turn the container around, read the sugar, check the protein, look at the ingredients. Your future self will thank you. And remember, food after 65 isn't about dieting. It's about protection. Protection of your independence, protection of your strength, protection of your clarity and vitality. Yogurt can absolutely be part of that strategy, but only if you choose wisely. If this opened your eyes even a little, start with one change this week. Swap the flavored yogurt for plain Greek or Skyr. Add your own natural sweetness. Your body will feel the difference. Your blood sugar will feel the difference. And over time, your strength and resilience will reflect those choices. Because aging well isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about making smarter decisions more often. And something as simple as the yogurt you eat every morning can either quietly weaken you or quietly build you up. When we talk about the ideal yogurt formula for seniors, we're not talking about a trendy diet food or something that simply tastes good with breakfast. We are talking about a strategic daily tool that supports muscle strength, protects bone density, stabilizes blood sugar, strengthens the immune system, and keeps digestion working smoothly. After the age of 65, the body changes in very specific ways. Muscle mass naturally declines in a process known as sarcopenia. Bone density decreases, increasing fracture risk. Stomach acid production can drop, affecting nutrient absorption. Insulin sensitivity often weakens, making blood sugar harder to control. The gut microbiome shifts, sometimes reducing beneficial bacteria. Because of all these changes, the yogurt that may have been fine at 40 is not necessarily ideal at 70. The formula must be intentional. It must prioritize high-quality protein, diverse probiotics, healthy fats, and absolutely zero added sugar. Let's begin with protein, because this is where most seniors fall short. Many older adults consume less protein than they actually need. Appetite may decrease. Chewing tougher meats can become uncomfortable. Cooking large meals may feel exhausting. But the body's need for protein does not disappear. In fact, it increases. Aging muscles become less responsive to small amounts of protein, a phenomenon called anabolic resistance. That means seniors need a higher protein dose per meal to effectively stimulate muscle repair and maintenance. Yogurt can become one of the easiest and most digestible protein sources available, but only if it contains enough. An ideal yogurt for seniors should provide at least 15 to 20 grams of protein per serving. This amount helps stimulate muscle protein synthesis more effectively than the 4 or 5 grams found in many standard yogurts. Greek yogurt and Icelandic style yogurt are strained, which concentrates protein while removing excess lactose. That thicker texture is not just about creaminess, it reflects density, it reflects substance. Each spoonful delivers amino acids that the body can use to maintain strength, balance, and mobility. Stronger muscles are directly linked to reduced fall risk, better independence, and improved metabolic health. Protein is also essential for immune function. Antibodies are made of protein. Enzymes that regulate countless reactions in the body rely on amino acids. After 65, immune resilience becomes critical. Recovery from illness can take longer. Infections can become more serious. A protein-rich yogurt becomes more than breakfast. It becomes foundational daily support for defense and repair. Another overlooked benefit of adequate protein intake in seniors is appetite regulation. When a meal contains enough protein, it triggers satiety hormones like peptide YY and GLP-1. This helps prevent overeating refined carbohydrates later in the day. Stable appetite patterns contribute to steady blood sugar levels, which are particularly important for older adults managing insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes. A high-protein yogurt in the morning can create metabolic stability that lasts for hours. But protein alone is not enough. The second pillar of the ideal yogurt formula for seniors is probiotics. The gut microbiome plays a profound role in aging. Inside the digestive tract live trillions of bacteria that influence immunity, inflammation, mood, and even cognitive health. As people age, the diversity of beneficial bacteria often declines. This can lead to digestive discomfort, constipation, weakened immune function, and systemic inflammation. A high-quality yogurt must contain live and active cultures. Not all yogurts do. Some are heat-treated after fermentation, which kills beneficial bacteria. Seniors should look for labels that specifically state live active cultures. Even better, yogurts that list multiple strains, such as lactobacillus and bifidobacterium, offer broader microbial support. Each strain plays a slightly different role. Some enhance lactose digestion, some support immune signaling, others help maintain the intestinal barrier, preventing unwanted substances from entering the bloodstream. A healthy intestinal barrier is crucial because chronic low-grade inflammation often begins in the gut. When the gut lining becomes compromised, inflammatory compounds can circulate through the body. Over time, this contributes to joint discomfort, cardiovascular strain, and even cognitive decline. By consuming yogurt-rich in probiotics daily, seniors nourish beneficial bacteria that reinforce the gut barrier and reduce inflammatory signaling. Probiotics also support nutrient absorption. Calcium, magnesium, and certain B vitamins are better absorbed in a balanced gut environment. Since bone density naturally decreases with age, maximizing calcium absorption becomes essential. Yogurt already contains calcium, but probiotics enhance the body's ability to use it effectively. This combination supports skeletal integrity in a gentle, food-based way. The third pillar is healthy fats. For decades, older adults were told to fear fat, especially saturated fat from dairy. But modern research has painted a more nuanced picture. Full-fat yogurt can actually support metabolic stability and nutrient absorption. Fat slows gastric emptying, meaning the yogurt digests more gradually. This prevents rapid blood sugar spikes and crashes. For seniors with fluctuating glucose levels, this slower digestion is protective. Healthy fats also assist in the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins such as A, D, E, and K. Vitamin D and vitamin K2 work together to guide calcium into bones rather than arteries. Without adequate dietary fat, the absorption of these vitamins may be suboptimal. A yogurt that naturally contains fat creates a more complete nutrient delivery system. Fat also contributes to satiety and enjoyment. Food satisfaction matters. If a meal is satisfying, seniors are less likely to reach for ultra-processed snacks later. Full-fat yogurt can be deeply satisfying without needing added sugar. Its natural creaminess becomes part of the pleasure of eating, reducing the desire for artificial sweetness. However, balance is important. The ideal yogurt formula includes naturally occurring fats from whole milk, not added vegetable oils or artificial creamers. The ingredient list should be simple. Milk and live cultures are often enough. Simplicity signals integrity. Now we come to the fourth pillar. Zero added sugar. This is where many yogurts fail. Added sugar contributes to insulin spikes, increased fat storage, and systemic inflammation. Seniors are particularly sensitive to glucose fluctuations. Even moderate sugar loads can cause energy crashes, mental fog, and increased hunger shortly afterward. Excess sugar also feeds harmful gut bacteria and yeast. This disrupts microbial balance, counteracting the very probiotic benefits yogurt is supposed to provide. When sugar is present in high amounts, it becomes fuel for dysbiosis. Instead of supporting gut health, the yogurt undermines it. Zero added sugar does not mean zero flavor. Natural lactose in plain yogurt provides mild sweetness. Fresh berries can add fiber and antioxidants. Cinnamon can enhance perceived sweetness without raising blood sugar. A small handful of chopped nuts can provide texture and healthy fats. By choosing plain yogurt with no added sugar, seniors regain control over sweetness levels. Blood sugar control becomes increasingly important with age. Persistent spikes can damage blood vessels and nerves. Stable glucose levels protect the heart, kidneys, and brain. When yogurt contains zero added sugar and adequate protein and fat, it becomes a stabilizing force rather than a destabilizing one. Another important consideration is digestibility. Fermented dairy products like yogurt and kefir contain reduced lactose compared to milk. The fermentation process breaks down much of the lactose, making it easier to tolerate. For seniors who experience mild lactose sensitivity, this can make yogurt a viable and comfortable option. Texture also matters. Thick yogurts are often more protein-dense. Thin, sweetened yogurts are often diluted with fillers. When you open a container and see a naturally thick, creamy consistency without artificial stabilizers, it usually indicates a higher quality product. Calcium content is another factor. Seniors require adequate calcium intake to maintain bone strength. Yogurt provides bioavailable calcium in a matrix that includes protein and phosphorus, which support bone structure. When combined with probiotics and healthy fats, this calcium becomes part of a synergistic system rather than an isolated supplement. Vitamin B12 is also found in dairy products and becomes increasingly important with age as absorption can decline due to reduced stomach acid. Including yogurt as part of daily intake can contribute to maintaining adequate B12 levels, which support nerve health and cognitive clarity. The ideal yogurt formula is not about restriction. It is about precision. It is about recognizing that after 65, every bite should work for you rather than against you. A cup of yogurt that delivers 18 grams of protein, multiple probiotic strains, natural milk fats, and zero added sugar is doing multiple jobs simultaneously. It supports muscle, bone, gut, immunity, and metabolic stability in one simple food. Consistency amplifies the benefits. One serving will not transform health overnight, but daily intake builds microbial diversity. Daily protein supports ongoing muscle repair. Daily stable blood sugar reduces cumulative vascular damage. These small, repeated exposures shape long-term outcomes. It is also important to consider portion size. Seniors do not need oversized servings. A balanced cup paired with fiber and healthy fats is sufficient. Quality matters more than quantity. When evaluating yogurt, the ingredient label should be short and recognizable. Ideally, it lists milk and live cultures. That simplicity indicates minimal processing. If thickeners like gelatin or modified starch appear high on the list, the product may be compensating for lower natural protein content. Organic and grass-fed options may contain slightly higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids and conjugated linoleic acid, compounds associated with anti-inflammatory effects. While not mandatory, these qualities can enhance the nutritional profile. Plant-based alternatives require careful scrutiny. Many almond or coconut yogurts are low in protein and high in additives. If choosing plant-based, seniors should look for fortified versions with added protein and live cultures and still ensure zero added sugar. Timing can also influence benefits. Consuming high-protein yogurt earlier in the day may support appetite regulation and muscle maintenance more effectively than late-night intake. However, individual preferences and tolerance matter. Hydration and fiber intake complement yogurt's benefits. Probiotics thrive when fed prebiotic fibers found in foods like oats, flaxseed, and berries. Pairing yogurt with these foods enhances microbial diversity and digestive regularity. The simplicity of yogurt can be deceptive. Within that small container lies a powerful nutritional system when properly formulated. Protein provides structure, probiotics provide balance, healthy fats provide absorption and stability, zero added sugar preserves metabolic harmony. When these four pillars are present together, yogurt becomes a strategic ally in aging well. It supports independence by preserving muscle strength. It protects bones through calcium synergy. It strengthens immunity through microbial diversity. It maintains steady energy by preventing glucose spikes. Choosing the right yogurt becomes an act of self-respect. It is a daily decision that signals commitment to vitality rather than decline. Seniors deserve foods that actively support their changing physiology. Every spoonful of ideal yogurt delivers amino acids that rebuild tissue, bacteria that defend the gut, fats that carry vitamins, and a clean metabolic profile free from added sugars that would otherwise strain the system. Over time, this combination contributes to smoother digestion, steadier energy, improved resilience, and stronger physical capacity. The ideal yogurt formula for seniors is not complicated, but it is specific. High protein to combat muscle loss, diverse probiotics to maintain gut integrity, healthy natural fats to enhance nutrient absorption and satiety, zero added sugar to protect blood vessels and metabolic balance. When these criteria are met consistently, yogurt transforms from a simple snack into a functional foundation for healthy aging, reinforcing the body's strength, balance, and internal harmony with every single serving consumed day after day, supporting muscles that need constant rebuilding, nurturing bacteria that defend against inflammation, delivering fats that help shuttle critical vitamins into cells where they are needed most, maintaining stable glucose patterns that protect delicate blood vessels in the brain and heart, contributing calcium that integrates into bone structure, providing B vitamins that sustain nerve communication, offering a digestible texture that encourages regular intake even when appetite fluctuates, creating a reliable nutritional anchor in a daily routine that may otherwise feel unpredictable, reinforcing metabolic stability in a body that becomes more sensitive with time, serving as a gentle yet powerful reinforcement of resilience in the later decades of life. If this opened your eyes even a little, start with one change this week. Swap the flavored yogurt for plain Greek or Skyr. Add your own natural sweetness. Your body will feel the difference. Your blood sugar will feel the difference. And over time, your strength and resilience will reflect those choices. Because aging well isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about making smarter decisions more often. And something as simple as the yogurt you eat every morning can either quietly weaken you or quietly build you up.